You shouldn't be trying to be happy. That sounds odd, Grandpa Ollie. I want to be happy. Yes, and I want you to be happy too. But the thing is, happiness is fleeting. It only lasts a little splash of time, and then you're right back to, oh, I hate myself and I hate my life. So we need to get the underpinning that makes happiness bubble to the surface more often. Up ahead, there's a section of trail I used to never get through. And on the theme of just be a little better the next time and then a little better the next time, I stopped and figured out why I didn't get through it. And I would eliminate one problem. Here's the section right here. It's got 2 trees I have to get through. And there we go. And there's a tree root that I used to always hit my pedal on. And so that combination of things would always stop me. But I'd stop and I'd figure out what got me, and then I would get better at it, a little better, but it still was something I couldn't get through. And then eventually I kept at it and I kept at it, and now I get through it just about all the time. Here's the elderly head. You can do it. If this elderly head can do it, you can do it. So that's part of today's theme, is don't go for happiness, go for feeling that you got something right. I'm going to be happy out on the trails today, but I'm not shooting for happiness. What I'm shooting for is satisfaction, the knowledge that I have done something well. So anyway, I never got through this in the past because it's, you know, you got to hop over a log or going uphill, and there's a place for a pedal strike there too. So I just kept at it. And you saw my elderly head a little while ago. Well, if that elderly head can get better at things and get this sort of thing figured out, like here, we got 2 trees and a whole bunch of tree roots and a tight corner, and then now we're going right back up. So there's climbing, there's obstacles, and there's me being old, and there's you being younger than I am. So let's not hear people sniveling about you can't do it anymore, because you saw my elderly head a little earlier, and I'm doing it. Something that's going to give me satisfaction today, I think. Well, I know it will, because if I don't get it right the first time, I know I'm going to keep trying. But I'm going to try with this little GoPro. You're there in the GoPro, and I'm over here. So I've never used that GoPro that you're on to do a thing that's called time warp. So every day I try to put something new in this elderly head. And today, how to do time warp on a GoPro is one of the new things I'm going to try to put in this elderly head. Now, if this elderly head can still be curious and still be trying to get new things in it, what about your younger head? I'll actually be laughing when I get through some of the stuff I'm going to go through today on a mountain bike. You don't have to do that, but you have to be satisfied about something, that you learned something new, that you stayed curious like a little kid. Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? What can I do with that? I wonder if I can. I think the GoPro is focusing on the handlebars, and maybe the stuff in front of the handlebars is out of focus consequently. So what's in front of the handlebars seems to go in and out of focus, kind of. So I'm going to go into the advanced settings and see if I can force the GoPro to focus 15 feet out. That may make the handlebars a little bit out of focus, but that's what I want, because I want you in the driver's seat, and I don't look at the handlebars when I'm riding. They're just sort of background. I'm looking at the trail 15 to 20 feet out. So I'm going to see if I can figure that out. If you're shooting only for happiness, you can get there with drugs, but it's not going to last. You're just going to wind up with no teeth later on.